Welcome, and hello, and a very happy birthday to one of us here on the dais. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. We are Total Spotfest. I am JJ. That over there is our birthday boy, Jamie Faulkner. And we have Austin Reddick live in the blue room.
That's right.
I'm going with that from now on.
The Mystico room, or Sin Cara room.
the Sakara, okay, that we're going with.
How are we all doing? Sin Cara suite.
He's in a suite now, Jamie. Look out.
I hung pictures up. I'm classing up the
place. You got family visiting. You guys had to unpack eventually. So there you go.
Like we were largely unpacked, but yeah, there were just leftover boxes and shit in rooms we don't use. And then it was like, oh, we need a guest room. Was probably finish actually moving in 2 months later. we're on top of it.
You can use a box as a nightstand. Lord knows I have. So hey,
I have 9 years. I still got boxes I still haven't unpacked.
There are a non-zero amount of boxes that were still boxed up when we moved to Wichita almost 5 years ago. That are just like
it's a thing.
But thank you everybody for joining us in here. It's odd. It's like we're not on that much later than we usually are, but just because of the dragginess of their 3-hour production, it feels like we've been waiting all day these past 3 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
100%.
We certainly will.
If this is your first time here, hello and welcome. We do this every week. Please hit that likes button, give us a follow, hit the tap the screen, give us some hearts and thumbs ups. We will get into wrestling momentarily, but I would be remiss if I did not wish a very happy birthday to our birthday boy. Jamie, how was your birthday, man? You old fart you.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty old today, boys. Feeling pretty old. No, it's actually a pretty good day. My family got me one of those lightsabers, the torch lightsabers.
The fancy ones?
Yeah. The torch one. Yeah. I think it's rad. Like, really excited to use that.
That's cool.
And then they got me a painting of horror icons, which will replace this guy back here. Just not today, obviously. But yeah, I'm really excited. It's like a really cool painting. It's like the old dogs playing poker one. But with yeah. Pretty cool.
That's right.
That's a big fan.
A pretty solid birthday. Well, if you need something to give you a little pick me up like we have right now, because we are a little on the tired side, go to w.gg, our show sponsor. Use the code TOSPOTFEST, get yourself 10% off. Finally got my tiger blood in, and my God, it's so good. Oh God, so good.
I literally ordered Tiger's Blood as we were going on air, and they got me with the post checkout. Would you like one of these offers? I was like, yeah, $25. I'll go mystery tub and see what flavor they send me.
I almost went there too. I was just like, you know what? His real tip is like, no.
Like, I'm gonna buy another tub when the Tiger's Blood runs out. Mm-hmm. I might as well just get a little bit cheaper and see what the other flavor they send.
Yeah. And that's one of the great benefits about W. You know, I've talked to a few people about this, is that, yes, we have discount codes. Fantastic. Please use it there. But they'll throw other offers at you all the time, right? I had a card in mind that's like, there's a separate code if you wanted to use it, where it gives you like a free shaker and sample pack on your next order. It's like,
you're talking about this card?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like,
you mean this card?
Yeah. It's like we planned this, guys. Who knew? No, but go check out W, guys. Fantastic.
Absolutely. And
all right,
like this thing, literally, I drink it almost probably every other day, honestly, and like I still got a healthy amount left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got at least a week's worth of the Japanese yuzu left. So, like, by the time that's running out, I should have the Tiger's Blood showing up.
Oh, perfect.
Tiger's Blood and your mystery.
And the mystery flavor.
I'm very curious to see if it's the same that Jamie has. It's just they don't label it. It's a single flavor. Or if it's like a legit, who knows.
I don't know if this one is the mystery flavor like Jamie got. I think this is, we're going to send you a random flavor.
Oh, you did the blank box one sort of thing.
I believe so. Or it's the mystery flavor. Either way, It's going to be great. It's going to give me genderless energy. And I got a discount by using the code at checkout. Total Spotfest.
Boosh. There you go, guys.
Hell yeah.
All right. So that we got the W, but W's going to last so long. So let's not waste any time. You always want to get right to it.
Scuttlebutting around.
Nah. No scuttlebutt. We got a lot of wrestling to talk about. We got pay-per-view coming up on Sunday. That belt on the wall will be back on the line. Thank God. So we have to pry it away. What you say? We have to pry it away.
But we all know how it's going to end.
Yes, we do, but I don't care. It's like the hope. It's the chase. It's all about the chase. It's just like I was positive going in the off season, and then of course I get punched in the nuts this week by a fucking 42-year-old quarterback. So there's that.
I am the Lord of pay-per-view picks for a reason, sir. I'm the greatest of all time.
Well, maybe there'll be a coup this weekend. We'll see. We'll talk about that more later. All right, go home show for Dynamite, 3-hour spectacular. And me and Austin were talking about this, Jamie. It's just like, and I understand why they do it, right? Because they got hockey going on, and understandable. It's that time of year. You got hockey, you got NBA playoffs, you know. Which, by the way, playoffs are fantastic if y'all are into sports at all.
Oh, for sure.
Both of them are fantastic. I don't even like the NBA, and I've been watching some great shit.
Whoever wins the West is winning it all. I'm calling it now.
I mean, absolutely.
Oh, you could have called that before the season.
Yeah.
Dude, Wemby's playing on a different level, and how he didn't win MVP still escapes me, but whatever.
Well, that's Erroneous. Well, we'll have to dive back into that some other point in time. But
what's up, Dusty?
Hey, Dusty. All right, so go home show for Double or Nothing, a 3-hour show. And it's like, if it was just like, if they just made it like and I understand you got to have the separate shows, Jamie, where, you know, you got your contract says you have to have X number of Dynamite, X number. Okay. But the fact that there's such a disconnect, and that third hour is such a slog, it's like, why don't you just make it like one action packed? Because they used to do that shit. They would do an action packed 3-hour show.
And the funny thing is that third hour was really damn good.
It's all wrestling.
It's perfect.
It was, but it just kind of felt like,
Yeah, it's super weird that they make it very distinctly 2 hours of Dynamite followed by an hour Collision. And as you were saying, I understand you got to do that for programming reasons where they're technically different shows, but if you're putting on 3 straight hours and the third hour is clearly less important than the first 2, it just makes it hard to finish the last third of that show.
Yeah. But we're going to get right to it, and they decided to get right to it. Quick little promo out on the beach in Portland, Maine, of Jericho and the Young Bucks with a ridiculously long team-up name title.
Would you expect anything less, though?
No, not really.
I know good ideas are in there. It's Chris effing Jericho, like one of the most entertaining people to ever do it.
Mm-hmm.
Why is everything he touches just lame now?
I don't know.
It's like when he was trying to get GFY over. During the learning tree had some high spots, but he ran that. Like, I don't understand where the disconnect happened, where Chris Jericho just ran out of good ideas.
I have no answer to that. I mean, what was a good idea was putting out Ricochet, Andrade, and Mark Davis against these three, though, because even they got Jericho in his age. This was we're opening the show with PWG Madness. Let's go, right? And
it was.
I don't know how to say this, other than just coming right out and saying it, but God bless Mark Davis, guy that we were like, what the fuck, right? He is putting his worth in.
Yeah. And like the thing with Mark Davis, there was never a question about his ability in the ring. It was just he has no personality. He's just like a guy that happens to be good at wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But he's so damn good at wrestling that it's starting to not matter that I don't know who Mark Davis, the character, is still. And I've been watching him on TV for a long time now. But it's starting to really not matter just because he's so damn good in the ring.
I'm past giving you a shit about it, Jamie. I don't care anymore. I love me some Mark Davis.
I'm right there with you. Like, if anything, he's intense big guy. I think that's his gimmick, maybe.
Okay.
Intense big guy. Does he talk? No. Does he give you any mannerisms other than like angry face? Nah.
No.
But can he wrestle his ass off? Yeah. Does that make me happy? Also, yeah.
Okay. So is it let me ask you boys this. Is it the better kind of like follow through of like a Braun Strowman type of character?
I think it's a different character because I mean he is on the bigger side and he is plenty
He's
strong.
not a monster. Yeah, I got it.
But he doesn't work like a monster. So I think it's a little bit different. Maybe this happened at some point in time and missed it, but I just keep thinking, I want to see Mark Davis and Brody King.
Yes.
Has that happened?
It might have on a random collision or something, but like,
I don't remember.
Give me that on a pay-per-view.
That would go hard. So the match keeps going down to the end here. Super kicks the party left and right. Andrade, just doing Andrade things. And out come the dogs to make the assist via Shillelagh, which, be still my beating heart, right?
Love the Shillelagh.
It's so good. It's so good, right?
They are very predictable, and I'm okay with it.
And that's fine. Okay, I've come to terms with this, you know. And then, of course, so the Don Callis family and Ricochet get the win. Everybody comes out in this bonkers thing. So I had a couple ideas for some bonus questions for the pay-per-view. Okay. And let me get you guys' thoughts on this because this match is going to be ridiculous. We know this, right? Are they going to New Jack this match?
Not the whole thing, but I feel like they have to at the beginning. Like that's become a thing with the Bucks.
Even though it's not an Anarchy in the Arena, that's the question because it's technically a different match.
That is true.
So
I will be slightly disappointed if they don't.
So it's funny you bring that up because Megan and I literally had the same conversation. She 14, goes, what song do you think they're going to play for this one?
That was one of my ideas for a question.
It's like, what song? And it's like, okay, well, they're in New York. Whereabouts in New York are they at?
They're in Queens.
So can't do No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
No, they could do Frank Sinatra.
They could do Frank Sinatra.
I'm not sure anything will ever top them doing Bodies, though.
I mean, Bodies was perfect.
So good.
This Bodies was so good. And Kenny Omega like calling on Bodies was even better because it's just like the most wholesome guy, right? Play some Drowning Pool. Let's rock. And it's like, okay, fantastic.
It's so true.
We want to hear you guys' thoughts. Think about it as we're going along here. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes to Jamie there, Taylor. But think about it here. Put it in chat. TikTok, YouTube. Let us know what you guys think. Give us some what you think would be maybe not what your prediction is, but what you'd like to see them. How about that? What you'd like to see them New Jack this to.
I think it's got to be Beastie Boys of some sort.
Beastie Boys?
Fight for your right to party. I mean, No Sleep Till Brooklyn would have been absolutely perfect, but they're not in Brooklyn. And I know how people in New York, like if you're not in that borough.
So this might be a deeper cut, and I don't know if it would work, for a lot of people. It'd be amazing. And but if they did KRS-One Step into the World, if you don't know that song, you need to look it up. Because it's I think that would, because they've never really done a hip hop one now that I'm thinking about it. Right?
Yeah, I don't think they have.
They've done Final Countdown. They've had like the entrance musics. They've done Final Countdown, Bodies, Tina Turner. No, Shaka Khan. which was fucking hilarious.
Didn't they New Jack a little bit of like the revolutionary drummer boy theme at All In last year when the Bucks came out dressed like that?
Yeah, because but that was like but that was also their like entrance, and so yes, they did that. Anyway, we'll see what happens with that. Okada, Takeshita, they did a whole lot of videos and a whole lot of promos, basically saying the stage. This was a go home show after all, right? Okada, Takeshita video, you had a little Darby Allin video, and then we get straight into JJ's favorite match of the night, just bloody fucking mayhem between Tommaso Ciampa and Mark Briscoe. Thank you, Tony. That's all I gotta say. Thank you.
So this is gonna sound a lot like looking a gift horse in the mouth, but I got a bit of a complaint about this match.
Okay. Same. Okay, so do I.
Okay. What's your
It was weird to do it on TV like 4 days before your pay-per-view. It was also weird to do it 20 minutes into a 3-hour show because it was so damn good. Like it took the crowd a while to come back a little bit. I don't know if they ever really got in. That deserved to be a pay-per-view match. I thought it was fantastic. I almost wish they would save the staple gun, tax, barbed wire table shit for pay-per-view. Just because I think it loses something when you do it too often. And this kind of felt like doing it for the sake of doing it. And again, the match was phenomenal. I love both these guys. I will watch them in any hardcore match any day of the week. So I'm not complaining about the match itself, but the placement was a bit odd.
So it's funny you say that because when I was watching it, the very first thought came in my mind was, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? And that's exactly what's going on here. Like I was getting all the milk right there. I was like, I mean, blood milk, but whatevs, you know. I got a cheese grater. I got them.
Yeah, cheese grater in the first 5 minutes, for God's sake.
I mean, I got them assembling barbed wire onto the table. I got a hard ass bump through a table that looked like he might have actually got whiplash on it and somehow survived. Like it was insane. The staple gun, like it had all these things that I completely agree. That stuff does not need to be on TV all the time. Special matches, yes, but literally a match that got thrown on there after Saturday night with very little, fanfare and hype. I mean, I was hyped to watch this match, but there was no build. And like that match deserved a bigger build because of how well executed it was. It was so good.
Bigger build, maybe just a bigger stage. What if it was later on in the card? Maybe not main, but maybe if they moved it to like the main of Collision.
I think it should have main at the end.
I think it should have opened Collision. I think the back half of Collision would have been easier watch. Not that he was even bad for any reason, but
long.
We saw this 20 minutes into a 3-hour show, and like nothing was gonna compete with that.
Not even come close.
I think if you would have done the Darby speedball match, rolled right into Collision, and be like, glad you stuck around because Mark Briscoe and Ciampa are about to try and kill each other. Like now I'm hyped. I'm hyped for this 3rd hour. I'm all in on it.
Okay, I'm with you there. I do get to what you guys are saying though. Yeah, this 100% felt like, and we get those every once in a while. Usually they're with Will Ospreay, right? Where it's like this should be on a pay-per-view. What the fuck am I watching, right? But I do get the idea.
And I get like you do blood and guts on TV sometimes. It's not that never do this on TV, but this match was just so good as a hardcore style match. There really, outside of maybe broken glass or something, there really wasn't anything in this match that you don't also see when they bust out a death match once a quarter. And like you're losing the distinction between the two.
Well, though that line is blurry as hell as it is, and I don't know. My opinion is that I think it's more the sum of your components as well, too. I think Ciampa and Briscoe are going to give you that because they are who they are. They're just that good, right?
Yeah, like if you want to give me an anything goes match with Sky Blue and Jamie Hayter on a Dynamite, where sure, get some color, use some gimmicks and stuff, that makes sense. Putting those two in an anything goes match and being like literally do whatever you want, yeah, it just that needed to be on a pay per view. That needed to
You
be
knew
on a
what you were
special
getting.
presentation of some sort. It was just too
Okay.
damn good.
It was, yeah. I mean,
it was fantastic though. I loved it.
Those two guys, yeah. I mean, we could spend probably another hour just talking about how great that match was, but
Yeah.
I feel like we should probably.
Yeah. So Swerve Strickland, who has some minor criticisms on social media, whether that's a work or not. He comes out, and then him and Nana interrupt Tony Schiavone. They get interrupted by Bandito, just in case you needed anything. If you missed it from Collision last week, Swerve did jump Bandito and try to murder him on live TV. So there's that. You're getting more dirty heel Swerve. It's always good. Then you get into Willow Nightengale. So Willow talks for a minute very poetically about what it means to her, the TBS title, how she got it, name drops Mercedes Moné twice, and then makes mention of the injury she suffered in her match with Red Velvet, and how she's not going to be able to compete in the Owen, and that she's vacating her TBS title. How big does this suck? Or does it?
A medium amount is about how much this sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you don't want someone like Willow to get hurt. I think if this ends up in her just moving into the world title picture, especially if her replacement in the Owen is Mercedes, and maybe we get Mercedes and Willow all in or something, I think it's good in the long run, where she can drop the TBS title without necessarily eating a pin from somebody. I don't think she has to. They've also kind of stalled out with Willow a bit. They've just gotten to the point where she's just defending that title on Collision, which glad to see Willow any day of the week.
Yep.
But it could end up being a good thing if it leads to something a little bit more fresh for her creatively. But it does suck that we just don't get Willow wrestling for a while. Hopefully she heals up. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it sucks big time on the level of suck, because what faces do you have now? Tony's gone. Willow's gone.
You have Statlander's best friend Sheeta, who's definitely a babyface.
Okay, so
sure.
We'll get to that in just a second. What Sheeta is doing is the Lord's work, because she is making Chris Statlander super relevant, not just for her wrestling prowess, but for that, yes. Mm-hmm. But anyway, we'll get into that in just a second. But
no, you don't have any baby faces. You have
none. You have
if you bring back Mercedes as a baby face, you have that, but
which is happening.
I think that's
definitely happening. We don't know when though. I mean, we all assume
whoever called that last week was a genius.
So you mentioned that. Do you think this is a work then?
100%. I think this is an absolute work.
See, I'm actually on board with Jamie here. I think this is actually, they have got nowhere to go with Willow as a TBS champion. They have blown through anybody to do that, and you're basically at Athena levels of, well, just keep the belt on her forever at this point. So while she might be banged up maybe a little bit, I don't think she's injured. And if she is injured, please get better soon. Sorry I said anything. But I think this is a way to reset the TBS title and position your pieces better. 100% is what I thought.
I could see it being a work. At the same time, I think taking Willow out of the Owen and making her drop the TBS title is a lot just to kind of reposition things. I think you could have gotten those places without necessarily just having her show up saying, I'm hurt, I can't wrestle for a while. Ultimately, I think it'll depend on when we see her back in the ring. If she's good to go in a couple of weeks, and clearly there was no reason to drop the TBS title, then yeah, definitely it was a work. if she's out for a little bit longer than that, it could be legit.
Okay. Well, we shall see. Only time will tell. Speaking of time, we had a eliminator match next between John Moxley and cool Kyle O'Reilly. Not really cool Kyle, but
Not cool.
Kyle.
Thank God. Thank God.
Not really cool, but Kyle O'Reilly. Their last match was outstanding. This match was outstanding, and it led to a time limit draw right before John Moxley tops out. Which means Kyle survived the eliminator. That's how these things work, apparently. I love how there's some muddy rules on the eliminator. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on that, but
and not just the eliminator, the Continental title rules itself. Not to jump the gun on what got.
No, because immediately Kyle grabs the mic, says that he gets a title shot. Apparently, this was for if he won, he got a title shot on Sunday. I mean, we could have guessed that, yes, but yeah. And he said that he wants no time limit. So that's fuck the rules, Jamie. We don't need them.
Rules are meant to be broken, sir.
Continental though, it's.
I will say though, can I just? I will be positive. This is a new leaf for me.
Oh,
my years of
your sage years of wisdom have finally amassed.
This match was perfect for Kyle O'Reilly, and it speaks volumes yet again how great John Moxley really is, and he is their ace. As much as I'd like to say Ospreay is the ace, no, because the ace doesn't always have to win. And Mox, he is the consummate professional. That's all I can say. I can wax poetically about that man for hours because he is just so damn good.
Absolutely. Like, Mox is the most valuable person they have on the roster. You can put him in anything, and it's going to be great. That being said, we saw Mox and Kyle O'Reilly 3 times like 4 months ago.
Yeah.
In the fall.
Yeah.
We saw him tonight. It's going to be a great match because they're both great. Do I want to see Mox and Kyle O'Reilly part 6 or whatever on Sunday? Seems like kind of fun.
Well, it's got 9 matches, dude. You got 1 or 2 that you can go to.
Yeah. Remember, half the roster is in one fucking match. You gotta do something.
The most people in a pay-per-view of all time, I think.
Easily. I will just kind of water the seed here for a second and say it does give an end to a kind of what you guys thought was a little obscure thought of Mox eventually getting a title off of Darby to be the person who Ospreay beats in London if he loses this title to Kyle O'Reilly. Just saying. And yes, and again, I know we talked about this last week, and I know, yes, there's better marquees that we want to see that we think would be better. But to your point, Jamie, he is the consummate professional. He is one of the best in the business. He is AEW for all intents and purposes. That's just as good as a marquee. And the story does line up. Just saying. So Jamie wanted to talk about She and Statlander. And they had a little promo after that. So I'm just going to turn this over. Jamie, take it away.
The fact that the person that English is their second language does all the promos, and it's 10 times more interesting than the person who actually can speak, like is a Native American, like an American-born person. Whoo! Hey, I got it. You know what I meant. You know what I meant.
Have some more W there, Jamie. Come on.
Yeah, I'm W'd up. I'm gonna snort it here in a second, guys. But what Sheeta is doing, first off, her English is absolutely amazing now. She doesn't have to speak as slow. Like, she gets it. Like, and yes, I just want more Sheeta on my TV now. That's it. Like she might be a heel or whatever she is, but I want this every Wednesday, every Saturday, more Sheeta all the time.
Yeah, Sheeta is doing phenomenal work since she came back. She's been a breath of fresh air in the women's division. Because it kind of got just doing the same shit long term for a while. At least there's something kind of new and different. So Sheeta's doing a lot of heavy lifting over there.
There's a lot of parallels, and I didn't really think about this till tonight's promo. Sheeta's character work and what it's developed into in the past month or so reminds me a lot. Now it's not the same. I know it's not exactly, but it reminds me a lot of the beginning of Timeless Toni Storm. Because she is legitimately unhinged, right? You know?
Yeah.
Walking out, running away with her kendo stick when the brawl was happening, and the way she interrupted is just.
Oh, yeah.
I think that that's a good string to pull at, because it worked so well with Toni, and doing it in a different fashion, this kind of unhinged craziness is doing wonders for Sheeta.
To put a quick pin in there, Awesome Heat, first off, great name. Message, Ludwig Kaiser got arrested today for battery. I did see that. Well, he said arrested, but like I saw he got arrested for battery today.
No shit.
Florida. So Florida German man gets arrested for battery. If it is of a crocodile or something like that, it'd be even better. But no, yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything on it other than that it happened.
I just now heard about that. Oh my God. Well,
oh, here it is. 35-year-old German star was booked at 2:37 p.m. local time. The $1,000 bond was released from jail. Details are scarce. With early reports pointing to a possible restaurant altercation involving another man. I wonder if it was another Americano. So the arrest records only listed battery without implying guilt. The timing hits close to home for fans, coming right before the Mask versus Mask and Lucha Libre. El Grande Americano. I wonder if maybe he's got in fight with the other El Grande Americano, who we don't know who it is.
Yeah, no idea.
Did not have that on my Pro Wrestling News bingo card for the day. Like,
I know.
If you gave me 100 guesses,
Hall of Fame,
if you were like, hey, a pro wrestler got arrested today who was on TV, and you gave me 100 guesses, I don't think I would get to Ludwig Kaiser.
Yeah.
No.
He doesn't seem like the sort to be throwing hands in Applebee's, is all I'm saying. That's more some Eddie Kingston shit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe somebody was giving a little something about.
Does anybody know? Has anybody seen Chad Gable recently? I'm just asking, completely unrelated. But I mean, do we know his whereabouts? Is he in Florida?
He was in the gym.
100%, dude.
And actually know that because the guy that trains him, the dude that trains, it's Chad Gable. He trains Bailey, trains CM Punk's now. Is just a dude I've been following on Instagram since back like when I was a personal trainer 8 or 9 years ago. And he's always posting on his Instagram stories his workouts with Chad Gable, always training him. So like Chad Gable was hitting the iron this afternoon, not punching people at a Chili's.
Well,
maybe afterwards they went to Hooters.
Supposedly.
And I
mean, where's their gym at? Is it next to a TGI Fridays?
I think the real question is, where was Ric Flair this afternoon?
Woo! Okay.
He did try to kick Kaiser's ass, so maybe they got it.
That's right.
That's a good point. Yeah. Well,
that's a great.
Thank you for the news update. We do appreciate that.
And also, awesome name. Love the awesome,
fantastic name.
Great.
So. Quick Roosh promo. Guess who wants the next shot at Darby Allin if he has his title after Sunday?
Roosh.
You mess with the bull, you get the hordes.
Push Roosh. Push him.
I mean, do we want to touch on Roosh really quick because he had a squash match later in the night?
Yeah, we can mix it in. It's like, yeah.
Can we give him something better to do than just squashing jobbers and saying his catchphrase every week on Collision?
I mean, that is one of the most pro wrestling things in a build that you have.
For a short period of time, a couple weeks maybe, but let's get our boy Roosh into something important because he's too damn good just to be hitting 2 moves on a job guy and saying his catchphrase, which is still very over, but he needs
I get it. He's been getting more over doing this though, because he was kind of stuck in mid-card hell there, Jamie, for quite a while, unfortunately. But if MJF ends up bald on Sunday, we know what Roosh is doing next week. So there's that.
I mean, I'm for it.
So your
appropriate hashtags I can use for my for you to upload. I'm struggling. Dude, I feel you, man. Everybody go follow Awesome Heat 25 on TikTok. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it now. Do it. Hold on. It all depends on how he answers his question.
Oh, Lord.
How do you feel about the Heat Seeker? No one help him.
Does he answer?
No. Conacher. Yeah. Damn, this guy's on it, man. I like this guy. MJF is not losing. I'm calling it now.
MJF
right
is
into it
losing.
if you
I'm
want.
calling it now.
Ooh.
He's got to lose.
He's not.
He has to lose this match.
All right. I want more than that from both of you. Jamie, why is MJF not losing? You're calling it now.
Why?
Yes. Explain your answer. Don't you? It's not losing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hold on.
Why?
It's not very becoming of a Lord. Say what I gotta say. Because Darby Allin sucks, and I'm sick of Darby Allin, and I just really don't want Darby Allin as my person anymore. But his matches lately have been great. He has earned respect, but he's not a champion. I want my champion to be a little bit of a weasel, a little bit of a dick, until Will Ospreay takes it off of him at All In, and that's what's happening.
So now you're going with MJF Ospreay at All In again.
Yeah, I'm back at it. Unless there's some way they can get Omega with it. But I just don't see that happening.
Austin.
MJF.
Why are you with Conacher here?
MJF has to lose this match. As Connor said, there's no story if MJF wins, which is not wrong. We are right back to where we were before Darby took it off of him, which was where we were the last time MJF had the title. MJF is less interesting with that title. MJF trying to do everything he can to get the title is a much more interesting story. But there's a bigger reason. You can't dangle the MJF getting his head shaved and not pay that off here. Yeah. I understand in theory you would do it to get him heat because people want to see that he's taking it away. MJF does not need any more heat. MJF has gotten all the heat you could give somebody through all the shit he's done over the years. Mm-hmm. The one thing we never really see from MJF, outside of just occasionally losing a match here and there, which he's not Hoganing people where he never loses. He lays down at a decent clip, but we don't see him truly get his comeuppance. And this is it. Like, it would be such a miss not to have MJF get his head shaved.
Yeah. And you say unless Hangman helps MJF to win. I mean, I can see Hangman helping MJF to lose. That checks more, But I don't think we're going to see Hangman.
But the storytelling of Hangman helping him in order to get his shot back
That's a good story. I don't think we're going to see Hangman at Double or Nothing.
Oh,
So here's the problem with that. The only thing stopping Hangman from getting another shot at that title is him giving his word that he would never challenge it again. And Tony Khan has elaborated on that and said that was a gentleman's agreement. Hangman is sticking with his word. He said he will never challenge again. He doesn't have to jump through hoops. He could just show up and be like, you know what? I lied. I'm a bad guy now. I'm going to do it anyway. Mm-hmm. I don't think he needs to do anything drastic to get that back. I also don't think Hanger's coming back until at least All In.
Yeah, I think we're all in that same boat, and you don't need an elaborate retcon when it's time to pull him back into the picture, right? You do need Swerve because I feel like that's what we need for Hangman. But still, I'm leaning more and more towards him getting his head shaved. I do, and not really so much for MJF, but for the title picture itself. I just think that. Yes, I get it, but running MJF and Ospreay again at Double at All In is not the play.
But hold on. Timeout. Timeout. Awesome Heat. Mountain Dew has just ran out of Baja Blast indefinitely.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
how's that?
Tell me this is a work. Awesome Heat. Tell me this is a work, and you're just fucking with us. Because if so, good job. You got me. Because if it's true, I may cry. That's the only Mountain Dew I'll drink. Oh, they just tweeted it? Okay,
How do you run out of something you make? Like, it's not like they're sourcing exotic ingredients for the Baja Blast.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's
also, does it include Baja Blast Zero? Because that's my skis. And
I drink the Zero because I'm also on my weight loss journey. I'm down 50, boys. Down 50.
Hell yeah, man.
Ooh, look at you. Well, while Jamie peruses to find out about that.
It's real.
There was what? Anyway, there was a women's match on Dynamite. You had a 8-person.
Ruined my birthday.
But you got a great name, so yeah, we'll let it slide. All right, so 4-on-4 women's match, Triangle Madness and Athena taking on the Brawling Birds, Thunder Rosa, and Mina Shirakawa. Mina now has Mina's match against Athena is now on the card at Double or Nothing. So yeah, again, get everybody in there, get everybody all mixed up. The match was fun, but it didn't really have any consequences on it. So
okay, that's hilarious. Darby turns heel with Sting's sons by his side. That'd be hilarious.
That would be funny.
It would be. I have a feeling you're deep on like you're on the third level of Fantasy Booking Island, though. I'm just saying.
Hey, we've been there.
We've lived there a lot. A lot.
Hey, 80% of the time, I'm right every time.
But mentioning Sting just makes me think even more.
All the time.
MJF has to lose and then has to try and run out before he gets his head shaved, and let's get Sting showing out and dragging his ass back to the ring. That's a good way to end the pay-per-view.
There's probably a very high likelihood of that. All right, women's match. Any thoughts? Anybody care? All right, so we're gonna go forward then. Jet Speed had a quick promo. Death Riders had a fantastic promo with John Moxley, kind of rebutting to Kyle O'Reilly. And then you get into your main event, at least main event of Dynamite. Speedball Mike Bailey versus Darby Allin. Yet another good match with Darby Allin. With MJF on commentary.
Excellent.
Who would you rather have on commentary? Darby Allin, MJF or John Moxley?
Mox.
Yeah, Mox. I love MJF, but Mox, yeah.
MJF is better suited for like traditional commentary as the heel guy. Mox just says whatever the fuck is in his head.
MJF is good on commentary in smaller doses. I could listen to John Moxley on commentary during a Death Riders match every single week.
It's kind of like MJF is from the Bobby the Brain Heenan heel color, like
absolutely.
But cranked to 11, I think that's probably a better way. He's cranked to 11. He's like overly obnoxious about it.
Mm-hmm.
And Mox is just tells it like it is, no matter who it is. He always finds a way to shine them up and tear them down all in the same sentence. It's just riveting.
You know who I didn't appreciate on commentary during this match? Taz.
See you, Awesome Heat, man. I appreciate you.
Take care, man. Do you ever appreciate Taz on commentary? Let's be honest.
I don't mind him. I like Taz just fine. I really like Tony Schiavone. I do not like the two of them together because they're both kind of like the third guy. When you have a 3-man booth and two of them are the third guy, like you're missing something in the middle.
Yeah.
But it seemed like Taz took such a hard turn towards being a heel commentator when MJF came out that wasn't as present earlier in the night. It was real weird.
Yeah.
Well, they don't really have, and even because Nigel softened his stance, they don't really have a heel commentator.
And you don't necessarily need one.
No.
Especially when you're trying Don Callis out there for 2 matches a night to talk shit.
I'm with you, but I don't know. Call me old-fashioned. I like having that heel-leaning commentator, you know? Like this guy over here, you know?
It's kind of my shtick, guys.
It's good, but it's got to be done right. Like, Taz has been on commentary with AEW for years. Outside of when he was running Team Taz, like, he hasn't been, like, a super heel. Like, why is he just randomly being more of a heel commentator now for no reason?
Okay, in my eyes, Taz is the super heel of all super heels. He's the father of Hook. That's all I gotta say. Like,
your loins have given us this, you son of a bitch.
This thing that everybody's trying to push. Hook is fetch. Fetch ain't gonna happen. Hook's not gonna happen. Let's move on. But here we are, just getting them shoved in our face, and it's all Taz's fault. So he's the ultimate heel.
That and Juji Katami.
But honestly, like if my dream team for AEW announcing is JR, Nigel, and that's it.
I would be fine never hearing JR call another pro wrestling match.
I know.
And I got respect for JR. One of the best to ever do it. If you want to say he's the best play-by-play guy, I'm not going to argue with you. To me, I'm still a Gorilla Monsoon guy, but like JR is an absolute legend. He never seems to care for the product in 2026 or 2025 or like recent AEW, and it shows.
I think that's just age and his health and the other things going on. You know, it's just his mind's not there. He's not there full time. I really like Nigel on there.
Nigel's so good.
I really like Bryan Danielson. I mean, he does commentary too.
I like that they rotate guys through, and I enjoy Excalibur as a play-by-play guy.
I know Jamie does not.
I'd rather have Ian Riccaboni, honestly.
Ian is fantastic. I do love Ian.
Like, if I had the choice, I'd choose Ian. But, I mean, Excalibur's fine. It's just, Excalibur sometimes just likes to talk when, like, there's something very serious going on. It's like, just, somebody cut his mic. Somebody cut his mic. Somebody, it's like, shut up, Excalibur.
That's fair, but at the same time, I appreciate that Excalibur genuinely seems like someone that watches and enjoys the product and like knows what he's talking. Like, it's what you want your play-by-play guy to be. And as much as people like to shit on the Vince McMahon play-by-play era of the early to mid 90s, like, he knew what stories they were telling. He knew what he wanted to get across on everybody. Excalibur does the job he's asked to do very well.
I enjoy Excalibur. I like Excalibur and old Ring of Honor, and stuff like that. And I think he does a fantastic job. I think that, to your point, though, those are the ones who are always like I have fond memories of Morrow, right? I know we have different opinion on that here, but I love Morrow. And yes, he was over the top and got really animated about it. That's partially why I loved him. He was in that, right? So Darby does get the victory, of course. There's Kevin Knight comes out, and MJF's out there. He interferes slightly, trying to get Speedball to get the victory, but Darby gets the victory. MJF runs off, chased off by Kevin, and then Kevin Knight goes into the ring with a microphone in his hand. And he says words. Proud of Speedball. Very proud of Speedball. And then he gives MJF, or he gives Darby Allin a little pep talk, right? About how he's going to do this. And there was something meant to happen there, according to some of us on this dais.
Not yet.
Jamie, you've been stewing with this all night. So,
okay. Everybody knows the moment that you're supposed to slow clap, right? Everybody knows the slow clap moment.
Mm-hmm.
This was the slow clap moment, and they just totally whiffed. I know it's maybe next Wednesday it makes more sense. Honestly, I'm starting to come around to next Wednesday makes more sense.
Okay.
After the pay-per-view, but they built it perfect. This is the moment. And they just didn't do it. It's quit doing this. It just drives me batshit crazy that you have the story and you're building the story and you don't do it. Just do it.
Give it time.
I'm still hot about Mountain Dew, dude. About Baja Blast.
I mean, he got them all worked up here. I say he's all hopped up
yet, but they're getting there.
I say he'd be all hopped up on Mountain Dew, but apparently not anymore. So there's that.
Dubby needs to make a Baja Blast flavor. Bring it back.
Oh,
for all
there
of
we
us.
go.
Please.
I wanted to see him turn.
5.
I wanted to see him turn on Speedball specifically. He even hinted at it about how you lost and all this stuff. And yeah, maybe next week does make more sense. I don't know. Austin?
I think we're starting to head that direction, but there's more story to tell to get there.
Okay.
He talked to Speedball before the match and was like, hey, man, if you win that title, though, Jet 2 belt sounds nice. I want to come. He hasn't offered to defend the TNT title against Speedball yet. I think this pivots out of Double or Nothing into Speedball wanting a shot at the TNT championship since he couldn't get the AEW championship. Kevin brushing it off a little bit, being like, hey, man, why don't we go focus on the tag titles or something like tell that story a little bit. And then when you finally get to the match, Kevin cheats to beat him, retain the TNT title, and turns heel there. There's so much more you can do before you get to that hard heel turn.
Yeah. So that is just the end of Dynamite, and then we go into the Collision Hour. And we made mention of this. The Collision Hour was all go. There was only really one promo. It was a little Cage and Copeland promo. It was a good little video they did, kind of talk about their history and everything for what it is. But, I mean, you had Will Ospreay versus Shibata. We talked about Rush's squash match. The main event we'll get to in a second. And you also had Divine Dominion in a 5-minute eliminator. Again, we're moving these goalposts on these eliminators just all over the place. So if they last for 5 minutes, they get a title shot against whatever, right? I do like it's something different and everything. And we got Will Ospreay versus Shibata. But yeah, it just kind of at this point, I was just starting to tap out already.
Yeah, by the time they got to the Divine Dominion match, the night was dragging. And that match didn't need to be there. Like I said, they should have opened up the Collision Hour with Briscoe and Ciampa. Would have been much better pacing for the show. But 2 hours and 42 minutes into a 3-hour event, no one wants to see the women's tag team champs go destroy a couple jobbers that have no chance of lasting 5 minutes with them. Like, at least give them a Ring of Honor team or someone to wrestle there.
Yeah. Somebody.
Okay, but devil's advocate here. I am loving the presentation of Divine Dominion.
Oh, agreed. 100%.
Like,
yeah.
They have found a niche for those two women. I mean, both of them are imposing. Both of them are absolutely gorgeous. Both of them are just it. You know, like, you could just see it, but throwing them just little bottom feeders, I agree. Like, you need to give them something to really assert their dominance. And team number 48 local wrestlers isn't it. Like, yeah, throw them something. You know what I mean?
They've given them everything except for a viable opponent path.
Exactly.
There's one other big thing they're not getting. Entrance music that doesn't suck. Because it's so bad. It's just one random sound over and over again. And like the crowd doesn't really give a shit when they're walking out, just because it's just like it's spa music almost, just turned up a little bit.
I get I get the music theory about what you're trying to do with it, right? You're trying to go for this epic, this godly epic music, something that's from like,
well, they're heavenly,
the Titans or something like that, right? There's oh. So all right,
without
let's fix that. What do you play? The same entrance, same graphics, same, because the presentation is fantastic. Austin, where are they walking into?
Stairway to Heaven.
Stairway to Heaven.
Always a good answer, except for this. I'm just going to lie.
Smack My Bitch Up by the Prodigy.
Okay, again, no.
They don't even need an actual song, though. Just better music. There's plenty of people in AEW with great entrance music. This isn't the Def Rebel thing, but Def Rebel could have made this, and I would not know the difference. It's that bad.
Yeah, you're with it.
Give them something like Epic's fine. If you want to have that little chanting or wherever that is in the background, that's fine. But like, give it a little more punch. It's too slowed down and muted, and it just doesn't get you hyped.
I think you don't have to be like the monotone note. You've been playing a lot of Hades lately. Or not Hades. Diablo 4 lately, right? Remember Diablo 4 main quest? Some of that music they had when you're going in to get the Lilith and all, or actually not the cutscene when they go down to hell to fight them. Something like that, right? Where it's kind of metal-ish of sort, but still epic and still sort of like angelic at parts and everything. Something like that is what they need, right?
Yeah, just something that picks up a little bit more.
Which is the thought behind what they're trying to do, but yeah, the actual tonality is bad on it. The original Greek entrance is good. You're not wrong.
That was good. Their music sounds like they had a good 8 seconds intro to a theme that's going to kick off, and they're like, let's just loop that for like 2 minutes.
Like they have just a little bit of drum in there, like boom, 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 and then they just go into the
it never goes anywhere.
I know, it's like I want more of the war drums. Like if you did more war drum and had some of that, like hardcore chanting, like even the song Al Fortuna. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know that song. But it's like that one,
No, I don't talk about.
Yeah. So if they did something similar to that, where like it peaks and everything, but it's still like intense instead of just, I can't believe we're actually debating their song. It's absolutely hilarious.
I love this. Just fantastic.
Talk about anything, boys.
Just take the same song.
We talk about movies all the damn time. We can talk about a little music every once in a while, Jay. But
you know what? It's my birthday. We can talk about movies right now. Fuck it.
You probably will.
No, like take their current entrance music and then just loop the drum fill from "In the Air Tonight" over and over again.
That'd be sick. Actually.
Now we're in.
That would not be good for the crowd, especially if I was in it, because I would just be giving myself a seizure.
You know what? We were talking at the beginning of the show. What should they New Jack the Stadium Stampede to? It should be in the air. That's it, right? That's got to be it.
Yes,
it'd be so good.
That'd be amazing. That'd be so good. Will Ospreay Shibata was a fantastic match, though. That was fun to see, even though it didn't have. I mean, there's no more build you need to do for any of this, right? We get the story, we understand it. And then your main event was FTR versus the Conglomeration in a tag team title match. Good match, fun match. FTR on your TV is never a bad thing. Roderick Strong is as good as Roderick Strong is. He really is an amazing tag team wrestler. Let's just put it that way. He's good on his own wrestling. He's just good wrestling, period. But he's fantastic in tag team wrestling.
Absolutely. It was weird that they had both the AEW title and the tag titles on the line 4 days before there's already matches booked for those titles to be defended. Like, there's no way any of these are changing hands.
Yeah.
But that's also some of the most classic go-home tropes you got.
I don't remember too many times where they defended the titles on the go-home. It's normally like throw a bunch of guys in multi-man tags that are all wrestling each other in various stages.
A lot of times, but there's a period there where there was a lot of that. You're like, oh, we don't know if he's going to make it to the... Yes, he is. You know,
I did appreciate MJ out there on commentary, not only saying he wanted Speedball to win, but then trying to help make that happen. Like, at least that, now we're aware of it. But, like, yeah, the tag title match here, there's no chance in hell you're not doing the street fight or I quit match, whatever it was going to be between Cope and Christian and FTR at the pay-per-view. So, like, why are we defending the titles here? Why not make it the Wednesday after?
Because those are logical questions, my man.
I thought we knew that logic doesn't belong in wrestling.
I know. I've tried to tell him before, but we need to go back to another time of wrestling, Austin. That's what we really need to do.
I think we do.
What time is that?
That was meant to be a segue, but obviously swung and missed. So.
I knew where we were going. I was waiting for you.
Then you just stop. You're like,
you said we need to go to another time. I was like, I think we do, and I was like, let's. Are we hitting the button?
All right, let's go. Let's get some knowledge about this. We're going to learn about.
Damn.
Wow.
Okay, the stash of knowledge is not a time period. It is something that is bestowed upon us by the greatest in-ring correspondent of all time, also proud member of the Faulkner World Order. Mr.
I'm the royal in-ring correspondent.
Yes,
I'm part of the court.
Yes,
Duke.
Which is why
Duke
trying to set you up, and you're supposed to be like, I can give you some knowledge about some other time, and like, oh, that'd be fantastic. We'd love to hear that.
I thought you said something. I was commenting in. I thought you were going to guide us right in that. But either way, the graphics up over there.
Right. And we're going to work on that. Austin, please give us some knowledge because apparently we need it like a son of a bitch tonight. Okay, come on.
We do, but your segue was perfect. Because what I'm going to talk about tonight, it's not just going to be me. We're all sharing knowledge tonight because I want to get y'all's thoughts as well.
Okay.
Is about a clear change in the wrestling business. And it's been quite some time since this change has happened. But I got to think about this during the trios match that started the show. We saw Andrade eat a BTE trigger and just kick out. And that is a complaint you hear from wrestling fans, is that finishers don't mean anything more. People kick out all the time. And that's true. It's not unique to AEW. That's just pro wrestling. That's where it went.
Sure.
Which do y'all prefer more? Back when finishers really meant something, or when they could be kicked out of it any time?
I'll let you answer first. Because I think we all know where I'm going.
We 100% know where you're going. Now, you gave me two very clear sides of this argument, right? I do like the occasional kick out of it, right? I remember watching, especially like, Attitude Era, Monday Night Wars, immediately after the Monday Night Wars, some of those matches, especially when you had like, The Rock and Stone Cold doing some of their big blow off matches. That big blow off match at WrestleMania where they just stole each other's moves for like 5 minutes and kept kicking, yeah, that could be fun. But at my heart, it's called a finisher for a reason.
That's fair.
And maybe you don't keep it sacred 100% of the time, but yes, that move is supposed to be, he gets it, he gets the victory. That's where I'm going to stand on this.
I agree. It's not a maybe. It's not a maybe. It's a finisher. And you must protect those at all costs. Like, I am of the ilk of, if somebody gets stone cold stunned, you're done. Like, you're done. You can't eat 5. I mean, maybe if you're a big monster, like, yes, there are times where in order to overcome, yes. But if I'm going up against Speedball Mike Bailey and I hit a one-wing angel, he better not be kicking out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if like I'm facing off against the Great Khali and it's going to take like 4 stunners to get him on the ground, yeah, that makes sense. But then once he's down on the ground, he's done. That's the thing. Like, a finisher is a finisher. Protected at all costs.
Especially the Heat Seeker.
Fuck the Heat Seeker. Kick out of that all the live long day.
That's a finisher. That's a finisher, Jamie.
No, that's a suck ass is what that is.
It is a finisher. And we have debated that many times on this show. I actually am going to go the other way with it. I kind of appreciate that wrestling has moved beyond. There is one special move, and if somebody hits it, the match is just over. I think that was great for a long time. I think it has just led to better in-ring matches since they moved away from that. But going beyond that, and I haven't done a ton of research in this outside of the irresponsible amount of pro wrestling I've just watched over my 39 years on this planet.
That counts.
But I think where that really started to change, and this could be biased because I was there in the building for this, WrestleMania 25.
Yeah.
HBK and The Undertaker. They both kicked out of multiple tombstones and super kicks. And I know it's not necessarily the first time you started seeing finishers kicking out of, but to me that seems like the turning point where going on from there, it just became more acceptable that like, hey, it might take several finishers now instead of one. Does that sound about right to y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say like right in that era there, like I made mention of the Stone Cold Austin match that was very similar in the same manner, but I think though, especially that match between Taker and Michaels, which I saw something on, I can't remember who put it on there, but they basically said that was like the greatest one. Basically they ranked like all the top matches of the past, like whatever, 25, 50 years. And that was number 1. And with good reason.
That's my greatest match of all time. The WrestleMania 25.
I mean, the presentation of the whole heaven and hell thing. I get it, right?
Oh yeah, that was Taker Michaels 2.
No, 25 was 1. 26
was 1. Yeah. 1.
25 was 1. Yeah.
1's my favorite.
But
so
1 is amazing. And yeah, I think so. I mean, you had that. It still was, that match was, I feel, outside of the scope of everything else, right? You had the big matches like that where they start kicking out of finishers. The match itself isn't the norm, so that action to me isn't the norm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you don't equate that to Andrade, just getting a random BTE and kicking out of it, right?
The way I see it is that match at WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels Undertaker, one of the biggest matches you could put together that ended up being one of the greatest matches of all time. To me, the greatest match of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that opened the door. Because like a lot of these guys that are wrestling now were watching at the time. That's when they were coming up.
Sure.
And I think you see that and you're like, that's one of the best matches I've ever seen in my life. They kicked out each other's finishers a million times. That must work. let's start. That's why I think that's kind of the nexus point where like wrestling really started moving towards that, because it was such a big match on a big stage where that started happening that people started realizing like let's do more of that. And like I said, I think wrestling has been better for it.
That sounds like a very Tony Khan answer as well. You know what I mean?
So allow me to amend my answer just a hair.
Okay.
I still think finishers should be protected. I'm still going to stand behind that. But I think if you steal a finisher, then it's all game to get kicked out of.
Oh, that's fair.
Because you're not the perfecter of it.
That's not your move, right?
Exactly.
That's fair. That's fair. You know what's even worse than someone hitting a finisher and getting kicked out of, though?
What? Heat Seeker?
Somebody retiring on the grandest stage of all and showing back up 3 weeks later because nothing matters anymore.
Yeah.
That's the segue right there.
Let's dive in. You guys caught that because I made mention about that on TikTok. And you know, I dip my toes in every once in a while. I try to give them a fair shot. I follow along with some stuff going on in WWE. And we have all bohemied a ton the fact that you need to push Obafemi to the moon, and not eventually, yesterday, right? Push this man into the stratosphere. So what do? They got a big show coming up. It's now the Clash at the Castle is not just Clash at whatever country they're in.
So Clash in Italy now.
Yeah.
Terrible name, but I digress.
We need to sell more tickets.
Brock Lesnar. You bring back Brock Lesnar to deliver 4 F5s. A Brock Lesnar who, whatever your thoughts are of him, whatever, it was kind of like somewhat, for his character poetic, does this, he retires at WrestleMania, he does the old school thing, leaves his gear in the rings, raised by the fans, the whole thing. He gives Paul Heyman the X, right? He's right. Okay. He's retired. Okay. He's gone out. Nope, he's coming back. He's going to fight Obafemi again in Italy because why the fuck are we doing this? You have Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns now doing a tribal rules match or whatever the shit that's. I don't know.
Tribal combat. It's their most sacred street fight, no DQ, every other hardcore stipulation match that they have.
Sure, whatever. And then, but you got Obafemi going up against Brock Lesnar, and heaven help me if Brock Lesnar wins this fucking match.
So it's not often that I think back to something I said on the show and I'm like, nope, that was just wrong. I'm dumb. But we were talking weeks ago about, God, I hope they don't ruin Obafemi. And I was like, I don't think you can. He's got so much aura. They're ruining Obafemi.
Yep.
Like I said it right after WrestleMania, just retiring after Oba.
Because I asked you point blank about that, and you're like, no, not a chance.
I didn't think even they could do it, but they found a way.
Oh,
I said after WrestleMania, TKO. Brock retiring kind of overstepped Oba's moment of beating him a little bit. And if that wasn't bad enough, well, Brock's not retired anyway. So why did we step on Oba's moment of beating him, have him leave the ring, give Brock the stage, just come back 3 weeks later because they have no new ideas? Like, it's so bad.
As soon as I saw that happen, I laughed audibly. Like I was laughing very loudly in my house. And of course, like, what's so funny? I'm like, of course, Triple H and TKO thought this was the grandest idea in order to get tickets sold, because they don't care about the product. It's very obvious that they do not care about the product.
TKO gives zero shits.
Like we talked about it, was it last week? Austin brought up the good point about UFC, how the product is watered down.
Oh yeah,
but people still pay to watch it. And I mean, the fact that they're gonna roll out what's his name again? Conor McGregor. He's coming out of retirement. It's just like Brock Lesnar showing up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna sell tickets and it's gonna create hype and buzz and all that stuff. And I don't know if you guys watched the Ronda Rousey 15-second match, but that had a whole bunch of buzz and hype. But
I mean, that whole promotion, being that it was Jake Paul's promotion, whatever, I'm not really into MMA, but they sold a fuck ton of PPVs.
Yeah,
It was on Netflix, and apparently they did
Netflix.
good ratings wise. But
Of whatever
yeah,
it was, yeah.
they booked a fight with Ronda Rousey, who has not fought in a decade, and Gina Carano, who is 44 and has not fought in 17 years. They hyped it up as a historic MMA fight. Ronda Rousey in the press, and I understand you got to sell your own fights, but literally said there were people that weren't there for UFC 1. There were people that missed Michael Jordan playing. This fight is going to be on that level of something historic that you must see. And she took down Gina Carano and slapped an armbar on 17 seconds because Gina Carano is 44 and has not fought in 17. It was exactly what you just knew it was going to be. I only watched because I was sitting here playing Diablo 4 and I have a second monitor. It was like, I might as well throw this shit show on.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. But, gentlemen, that's also not the worst news out of TKO WWE.
Which is by far.
Did they buy up all the Mountain Dew? Is that why we're not getting Baja Blast?
Maybe that's where it went.
Well, Liv Morgan actually retweeted about that. Hey, if you're not gonna drink Baja Blast, you might as well drink W. If you're gonna drink W, you might as well buy it from us at w.gg using the code Total Spotfest for 10% off, ladies and gentlemen. But the worst news that I heard, which again laughed audibly. WWE is looking to revamp their tag team division, and they're looking internally, and they're potentially looking outside of the company. To which Sean Ross Sapp said, and I quote, "Hey, the New Day and Motor City Machine Guns are out there and available."
Yeah. They just cut ties with two of the best tag teams there have been, and their immediate follow-up is, we're looking to revamp our tag team division. Make it make sense, Austin. What the fuck?
There is no sense. Like, do y'all watch I Think You Should Leave? Have y'all seen the meme of Tim Robinson in the hot dog suit after the hot dog cart crashed through the window going, we're just looking for who did this? That's the WWE right now. Like, what do you mean you're revamping your tag division? You just got rid of your tag teams.
Well, I will say this. Enzo Amore was cited at the PC.
Right.
And Big Bill, his contract is set to expire, I think, at the end of this month.
I think it's next month.
It's
soon.
close.
It's soon.
Yeah.
Whatever.
How do you guys feel about seeing
Enzo and Cass?
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I mean, yes, they both had some rough patches of life.
Demons.
Let's just say that. Okay.
Demons.
They both have come through them, especially Big Bill Cass, right? We've talked about his journey and the different life he's living now, thank God, and big kudos to him. Enzo too, he's mea culpa'd a lot, and he's come around on the other side. He's like working on, and I appreciate that. They were magic when their call up was unexpectedly the biggest call up that night. After WrestleMania,
pop was insane.
Oh, their pop was ridiculous. I'm fine with it.
The Enzo shtick was fun at the time. I don't really care about seeing Enzo showing back up in WWE in 2026. I don't want to see Big Bill leave AEW. I'd actually like to see him on Dynamite and Collision more because I love Big Bill.
Well, same.
That being said, I think he could do really well in WWE. So it wouldn't be sad to see him go back. I'd rather just see him stay in AEW, though, because I watch that more regularly. But love me some Big Bill.
But this is the company, Austin, that has Logan Paul and Austin Theory and Damian Priest with R-Truth as your tag team champions. And they're looking to expand and revamp their tag team division after they've cut out one of the most innovative tag teams and one of the broadest, most over tag teams of all times.
Yeah, it's not even a revamp. You don't have a tag team division right
You got rid of your tag team division. Let's not forget Johnny Gargano and his sad sack of shit route that he's doing right now, where he's getting pep talked by Sami Zayn. I swear to God. Oh.
I don't know what they're doing. It's gone so far beyond we don't even give a shit. It's almost like they're actively trying to like, what's the dumbest shit we can do and still have people tune in? Let's bring Brock Lesnar back 3 weeks after he retired. Maybe that's the revamp tag team division. It's just going to be Brock Lesnar squashing tag teams every week. I could see them doing that.
Was that Jamie?
I said I don't think I'm going to do hamster style anymore. 3 weeks from now, I'm going to do hamster style again.
100%. All right, so good news is we do have a. What's up, Grant? Oh yeah, how was Dynamite? I know you were questioning about the go home show last week, Grant, but it was a bit long. Yes,
hey, Grant, like we told you last week, no matter what, you're getting Briscoe and Ciampa in a anything goes match, and that absolutely delivered. So, like, that's worth the price of admission alone.
Yeah, fantastic PWG-esque opener for the show. Yeah, 8 women tag match. That was good fun. You know,
Ospreay
were good. Ospreay match. Always come on, seeing Ospreay in person. Come on. All right. Speaking of which, let's get going here. We do have a pay-per-view to talk about. 4 days from now, Double or Nothing. Jamie's got the card pulled up. We will, of course, have our picks in this weekend. We will talk about it next week. We'll put some spiciness in there for some bonus questions, and let's get to it. So, Jamie, go through the card. What we got?
Well, first off, we forgot to mention this, but the buy-in is going to be hosted by Renee Paquette and the one and only Bang Bang
Cactus Jack himself, Nick Foley.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. So they've been wanting to get him there, and he's there. So hopefully this turns into more there.
Good on him.
But let's see. You have the I Quit tag team match against FTR and Cope and Cage. It's really hard not to say what I want to say. The Stadium Stampede with a whole bunch of fucking people. Just leave it at that. Mox versus O'Reilly for the Continental Classic or Continental Championship. No time limit, which is new. Then the Owen Hart Women's Invitational opener, Mina Shirakawa versus Athena. You have the Fatal 4-Way of Tekla, Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, and my personal favorite, Hikaru Shida. I know she want that. Will Ospreay versus Samoa Joe and the Owen Hart. And then the show stealer of all show stealers, Owen Hart qualifier, Strickland versus Bandito. Takeshita versus Okada.
I mean,
you got to talk about that because I have thoughts. AEW World Championship title versus hair. Darby versus MJF. And then did I miss one?
Stadium Stampede.
I already said, the same Stampede. A whole bunch of people.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the entire card.
As we know it now, there's going to be like 3 matches added on to buy-in, but
yeah,
always.
So let me ask you this:
ridiculous.
Okada versus Takeshita.
Yes,
we've already put it on a pedestal, right? And I have a problem with it. People say I do it all the time. I don't know what that means. There's your movie quote. Is it overhyped? Is it gonna live up to our expectations?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, that's the easiest answer there.
We got the tease at World's End because it was Continental Classic, so they only had 20 minutes. You had the screwy finish with the screwdriver and all that. I think this is going to get more time, and I think if this match isn't the best match on the show, I'm going to be surprised. Swerve and Bandito is going to be absolutely wild. I still think this is going to be the match to beat for match of the night.
I think it will be. I think the bonkersness of Stadium Stampede, you got to kind of put that on its own, right? Okay. It's a totally different thing. Bandito Swerve is going to be amazing. Joe Ospreay is going to be fantastic too. But Takeshita is at his apex right now. He's approaching the best Takeshita he can be. And Okada's still there for himself. So they know each other. There's history. Yeah, every expectation is going to be exceeded.
So as of right now, there are 5 title matches. I'm gonna let one.
Oh, there it goes. It was early tonight.
That's an hour and a half.
Okay,
what 5 title matches? How many of them do you think? How many titles do you think are going to change hands at Double or Nothing?
Okay, so we got world title, tag titles, women's title, continental title, and international title.
2 of them.
I say 3.
Just 2? What are your 2?
International title. Takeshi's winning that. Tag titles. Cope and Christian are winning that.
Tag title, international title, continental title.
It could. I don't think it will.
I'm going with my whole. I'm committed to the bit here. I'm sticking with my whole Moxley theory,
and I'm in on 3 changing as well. International, tag team, world.
Yeah. You gotta stay on that train. I hear you.
Well, Darby stood tall, man. Like, the trope. And 90% of the time, that is right all the time.
Yeah.
Whoever stands tall on the go home typically loses in the PLE pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it.
Not this time.
Should not happen. So
you're saying it's a 10%er, huh?
It's 10%er. MJF has to lose this match. They're fucking up if he doesn't.
We will find out in a couple days, and we will report back next week with who came out on top of our pay-per-view picks. All the fallout. Should Darby win the match? Maybe he'll lose it next week on Dynamite. Who knows? It'll happen. So come check us out. We do this every Wednesday. We'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Again, happiest birthday to you, Jamie. We did not sing for you for very good reasons, but believe us, the song was going off in our head. You don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that.
Nobody wants
thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you guys giving us some of your time. Again, go to our show's sponsor, www.gg. Use the code Spotfest for 10%. Give us a like. Give us a follow. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a big thumbs up. Tap the screen for some hearts. We will see you guys next week. Jamie, take us home, birthday boy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not down to Spotfest, I got 3 words for you. I'm fucking old.
He sure is. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Later.